When we think of India, many of us probably think of curry, cricket. Those things are obviously part of Indian culture today, but India's history goes back centuries, and its history is full of fascinating facts and lessons for today. Let's find out more. Ancient India developed in a somewhat similar manner to the Fertile Crescent, starting with settlements and agricultural development in the Indus Valley around 2500 BCE. However, there were some important differences in that process, which may have played a role in the way India developed up to and after British colonization much later on. So let's go back to the beginning, or at least what historians are reasonably sure is the beginning, and compare. This man is tuning a set of tabla drums. Though this particular type of drum is not as old as the settlements we'll learn about in this video, they originated around the 2nd century BCE in the Maharashtra region of India, in the Mumbai area. Drums of a somewhat similar construction have been found in the remains of the civilizations at Mohenjo-daro and Harappa, the two major settlements in the Indus Valley, starting around 3000 to 2500 BCE. Overall, the Indus Valley civilization of this time is referred to as Harappa, with two major cities that arose amongst many other settlements. One of those cities was Mohenjo-daro, while the other is known as Harappa, which is the same name as the civilization itself. Now, the Indus Valley is located in the Thar Desert, meaning that it can be pretty dry, as you can see from this drone footage. Fortunately, water is provided to the Indus Valley in three ways: snowmelt from the Himalayan mountains, freshwater springs dotted around the mountains, and the annual monsoon season from June to September. The civilization arose around the same time as ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia and had its own significant achievements. Unlike Mesopotamia and Egypt, Harappan civilization built their structures with kiln-fired bricks rather than sun-dried bricks. This allowed their structures to withstand the extremes of weather and the temperature of the region. Unlike Mesopotamia and Egypt, the Indus Valley region had heavy rains during the monsoon and cold winters. Those sorts of conditions would make short work of sun-dried bricks. Kiln-fired bricks were a lot tougher. Because scholars have not yet decoded the language used by this civilization, there are many things we don't know, like how this civilization was governed. The Harappan civilization, made up of the cities of Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, and many smaller settlements around the valley, was 4 times the size of Sumeria and twice the size of the Egyptian Old Kingdom, so they must have had some form of government to keep them from descending into chaos. Even though we can't yet decipher their language, this civilization is believed to have had great influence on the later religious and social structures of India, which is why it's important that we know more about them, so that we can understand more about humanity itself. After all, India is now a nation with over 1 billion people. They're kind of important.